a smart car, replacing front brake pads in 30 minutes or less. The tools that you're going to need is a 15mm socket, 13mm socket, small adjustable wrench, brake cleaner, C-clamp, car jack, gloves, and brake pads. As I started working on this project, I found that I didn't have the right measurement on the crossbar. I will use a 15mm wrench to loosen the nuts from the car. I start by loosening the nuts. Once I have the nuts loosed, I will jack the car up on the right position. You only need a few inches above the ground. Make sure the parking brake is on. After we take the nuts off, we take the wheel off the car. It might be a little bit stuck, but if you wiggle it, you should be able to take it off. For safety, I will put the wheel under the car, just in case the jack fails. I will have a backup. The next step is to take the caliper off the wheel. I will only loosen the top screw by using the 13mm socket wrench and the adjustable wrench. I'm also using an extension, that way I don't damage the brake line. I pull the caliper to the side with the wheel straight and take the old pads out. As you can see, these are very worn out, very metal to metal. The other one just failed. With my gloves, I just clean the surface of the rotor, since we're only going to be changing the pads. Now I will take the brake fluid cleaner and spray the rotor to remove any debris or grease that might have built up on the rotor over time. Grab the new pads and put the one that has a sensor on the back of the rotor. The one that doesn't have a sensor, or that metal piece, will go on the front. Make sure it's flush to the rotor. Now we have to compress the piston of the calipers. Grab the C-clamp and start adjusting it so it can push the piston in. Little by little, slowly, it will start going in. You do not need to open the brake fluid cover. When the piston is all the way in and the rubber along the piston is not bulked up, you should be able to see that the piston is flush to its container. Loosen up the C-clamp. Now adjust the pads and align it with the caliper. Put the caliper in the position so that you can put the 13mm screw and start assembling it again. First, use your fingers to hand tighten the screw. Do not use any tools. Once you start finding some resistance, use the 13mm wrench and the adjustable wrench to start screwing the screw in. Tighten the screw as much as you can, but without putting way too much pressure on it. Otherwise you might break the screw inside, and that will be a different problem. And pretty much you're done. That's it. Your brakes are changed. And actually the last thing that you need to do is to put the wheel back in its place. Remember to do the other side because brakes work in pairs. And after you go on the road, press on the brake pedal so that the pistons can start pushing the pads in. And that's it. You're done. Now that you have most of the nuts back in its place, use the wrench to start tightening them, but not all the way. As you can see, the wheel starts spinning, so you might need to maneuver on holding it with your other hand. Just lower the car little by little and let it drop. When the car is on the ground, grab the wrench and start tightening the bolts to ensure that all the bolts are in its right place and they are adjusted. And voila! Now you have new brakes in your smart car. The old pads were very worn out and very dangerous. I hope you liked this video and please subscribe to my channel and give thumbs up. Thank you.